Hello and welcome to We Live in a Society.
Hi, I'm Thillini from Sri Lanka. I was from the mountain area in Kandy. I don't know, I had a really good childhood. Honestly, I didn't expect the fancy things that I had, but I was in the nature because my mother had two younger brothers after me, so I mean kids after me. She didn't have much time to focus on me, what I'm doing. So I was like really naughty, but it's exploring everything outside. But my father was working in irrigation office, so irrigation department, so he transferred every 5 and sometimes 3 years. So I had the chance to go a lot of places in Sri Lanka and studied in different level of schools, even a good school in some cities and some not, I don't say bad schools, they are not the facilities in these schools are less, but the teachers are perfect. Actually, I learned a lot from these small schools because in Sri Lanka, it's if I don't know, most of them know, the first prime minister is a lady. It's in 1957, and then the first lady president is also from Sri Lanka. For the whole world, and they are educated. Everybody is educated, and Sri Lanka has a rule that everybody has to go to school or go to somewhere. There are some religional places that they teach the kids and the people the basics. So it's a must. So it's more than 94% are literal. Even they don't have sometimes jobs. Yeah, but they are literal. Everybody can read. Even in if you go to streets, there are street kids. You can see they are learning on the streets. So they go to school from the streets. Since I keep moving in every year, I mean every other year, so I had to change my friends and be friends with others. So eventually I knew even with different social levels, different the kind of culture. Even in Sri Lanka, there are different cultures in different areas. So I used to friendly with them. Actually, I didn't know in Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka for a girl there are things that you shouldn't do, like playing football and those things. But I don't care. I play everything with boys. I can climb trees. I can ride bicycles, and yeah, I did everything. So I didn't have any differences between boys and girls. What they should do and they shouldn't do. So even after a few years, some people it's very traditional people telling me, oh, you shouldn't do this one, you should have to behave like a lady, but I don't get it. Yeah. Yes, family are like extended. Actually, it's not just the nuclear families. I grow up with my cousins. They are not living in the same place, but when a vacation comes, we all are. My mother is the only girl in the family, so my mother has 6 brothers. So their children come home. It's terrible now. It's thinking that how many are there during the vacation. I have a lot of funny things, but I will tell one. This is for one of my brothers, my youngest brother's daughter. I dedicated this one because it's it's related to his father. When I go home, I always they always want to listen to my childhood stories. So this is one I repeated 1,000 times. So what happened? I have 5 members in my family. My brother born in youngest was born in 1982. I think he's elder than you guys, but when he was born, we were in another city which is very rural area, but it's very dry zone, and he's cute and he's chubby. My mother always keep him inside a net, a baby net, and there was a big net for them on the beneath the bed, but there was a small one which is covered him in the daytime. So one day my elder brother had a fish tank. He was one of the he and my elder sister is a boarding school. They didn't move a lot, so when they come they have special gifts. This fish tank is one of his, so he want to clean it, so he put the fish into another big tank and let the fish to have relax in that area. So we are the soldiers, we have given a responsibility. It's a big thing for us. So we are like 7 and 4, and I'm the eldest. So in this child small kids group, so I have the responsibility. So I took it and I watched every 10 minutes what's going on. It was outside, and there was a kingfisher, a beautiful bird. It's a blue, and its peck is like pink color, and so it came to this one and to catch the fish. So once I saw it, we thought it's good to catch the kingfisher, but actually what happened, and when he jumped into the water, it was a small kingfisher. It was not a matured one. He cannot fly after getting wet, so we catch the kingfisher and kept it for dry, but wrapping around a towel. But it's not very comfortable for the bird, so we bring a cover from the kitchen and we keep it, but it was not working. So we need something very clear one, which the light comes directly to the kingfisher. But I was asked to find something, so I just ran inside the home and ran everywhere. Oh, this little fellow is sleeping, and over him there's a nice tool that we can use for the kingfisher to dry. So I just put the other net over him, and I took his baby net, and we kept the kingfisher to dry. But suddenly he was like a crazy bird, and from his peck he just ruined the whole thing, the net, and he want to fly away. How can we let this bird fly away? We catch it very hardly, and then my brother asked me to take the clothes. We put the cloth basket, and I throw the clothes to the floor and took the basket, and we kept it. But the thing is, my father don't like to catch wild animals like that, so we have to hide it before he come home. So we hide in somewhere, but this bird screams like, I don't know, maybe there's a bird in Australia screams similar to this one, and we cannot keep it. We let it to fly, and I have to hide the I didn't hide it actually. I just leave the net on on somewhere in the room. But if my mother see this video, she will find out who did it. Of course, still now she don't know who did. Maybe she cannot forget. Maybe she forgive me. Because she forgave me for a lot of things. I did very naughty things. Yeah, once I was not allowed to come to the kitchen because I'm very short, so I just take a long spoon and just try to cook again things. And once she cooked a fish, and I just what you call stir. But afterwards, she found that there's no flesh to eat. It's like a gravy. In Sri Lankan culture, we respect our parents and also grandparents. Sometimes, if grandparents love to live with them, so we keep them and we live with the grandparents. And if there's an unmarried person, sometimes they live in a married person's house. It's normal, but it's independent. They can go and live separately, but they get together very often. Yeah. In Sri Lanka, being an engineer it's not they don't discourage, but the thing is it's people don't choose to do mathematics and engineering, and they choose they think that family is important. Of course, family is the main key and it's important, and they think that if you work in any engineering or scientist job, it's hard to concentrate on family. It's not true. I have a lot of friends who are working. I think if you have to dedicate and balance, to know how to balance the lives, that is the thing. Yeah. In 70s, actually, we didn't have a war, and we had my father had a large estate, coconut estate. It cannot tell large if we compare to Australia or New Zealand, but it's compared to Sri Lanka, it's a large. But my house was in a top of a hill, so in the morning there was a mist coming through the hills, and I like, even when I was 3, I loved to see this little the mist on the grasses and the sun coming down, and these things, I think these influenced me to be more attached to this the nature. And that time the pollution is very little. It's people don't throw things to the water. They think that water is what you drink in anywhere, so people used to drink water from very small these drains which are coming from the mountain, and but now it's not the same. I'm sorry about the kids that living in these times. They don't have the things that we had. We didn't have gadgets, but we had a lot of things. I love the earthworms, and I just I realized when I go out, there was a strange kind of thing on this ground every day. So I want to dig it. I'm just I just dig it, and at that time I realized the earthworm is not living like a straight line. It lives like a U shape cave. So yeah, I learned those things. People can't. The kids cannot experience. They go to tuition. They have a lot of things. They have gadgets. They they experience everything on untouched base, but they know a lot of information, and I know what is the taste of that mud as well, so I just tasted that.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a helper who came for our home, and she was a recent mother, and she gave birth without having a marriage. So it's not in Sri Lanka. It's not very good, and so she sold the baby. Actually, it will be hard for her, though I tell, and I saw she's crying a lot. So my parents give her a place to stay for a while until she settled, because she can't go home. And the baby was taken by some a professional who don't have babies, but she sold the baby for very low price. Once she don't like cats. I have a lot of kittens. And once she just shut the door without looking that kittens are moving, and one was terribly injured. So I just throw my words. I was like 8 years or 9 years. I'm saying that you can solve the baby, you don't have a heart, but it's terribly bad, and I regret. And my mother punished me for telling that, honestly. And I realize it's not a good word. I'm still sorry for her. She really cried hard, and I feel like my heart is breaking to pieces. I didn't know. I even though I don't know the situation, but when somebody is crying that hard, it's hard to bear. Yeah, I've been kind, even though she sometimes don't like kittens or animals. That's all right. There will be a reason for her not to. What happened was she was here for a very short time, and actually her father came and take her home after about 9-10 months. Yeah, and I don't know what happened afterwards. She's not very rich, or even she's very coming from a poor family. So I don't know what happened. If I can find her, I will actually help her one day. Yes. It's speaking French. I just smile, and sometimes I just pretend like I understood and say merci. At the beginning, I wanted to buy a cream, because I didn't bring any cream, body cream for me, and there was a dry skin. So I went and searched for a cream. I don't know whether it's cream section or any other section. I saw Nivea. So Nivea is a product that has cream. So they have this cream and hydrate. So I bought this and came home, and finally I found it's a body wash. Off the grid. Yeah, I want to go off the grid. Yeah, that is my account. I'm not yet there, but I will be someday. I have this goal that I want to live very less, like not topless, but yes, just in France it's normal, but actually I want to use very less resources. So my greatest accomplishment is not yet achieved, but I'm working through. And I'm living in very small apartment. I don't like it, but I'm thinking and reflecting that where I want to go, and I think it's a good experience for me, and reduce the stuff I have. And people are greedy, and they won't show off. That's it. I think as an engineer, and I'm actually in a field that very competitive, but I use very less technology where I want to. Our main mistake is what we produce things, but we don't tell or give any message which and how we have to use them. Use less and live more. Be kind to everyone, because everyone in the society have some kind of issues they carry and struggles. So be kind and be gentle to them, and we don't know what kind of things that they are going through, and I like people not to judge by the appearance, skin. That's the message I want to give. Being kind can change the society, actually. Yes, but it's because they didn't know me, actually. Especially people don't like the differences. They can't understand, actually. If they don't have experiences, they don't know me, or not even me, somebody different, and they cannot understand. So they think that difference is not right, but it is. Difference is beautiful sometimes, yeah. But I have good friends who made really long life friendships. What friendship mean to me is if you can act naturally and you can be yourself. It's in front of your friends. So it's what a friendship can accommodate. But the friendship itself has contributing to develop yourself. In my case, I have struggles, fears, and those kind of things. Some of my friends still they are there, but they are not communicating very frequently. But the thing is, they make me to grow. So that friendship is I really value. Yes, it was hard and I was terrified. I'm not a person who's depending on other people. I used to help others when they are coming, but because of the language barrier and everything, I had to depend on people. I feel like the people who are working in my office, I feel like it's a family, and they really help me. They are more helpful, and yeah, I really respect them. They make my life easy. Otherwise, I won't stay another year here.
Thank you, Thillini, for sharing your story.
Oh, it's welcome. Thank you, Chantal.
We live in a society